Hi guys. So today's part 4 of the Junie B. Jones is a beauty shop guy. Last part. And last part we read that Junie B. Jones had cut Tickle's hair and Mom found out. She got into some trouble for that, right? But then she decided to cut her own hair. What happened to Junie B. when she did that? Sprigs. Remember what sprigs are? It's where she cut her hair so badly that it's all sticking up all over the place, right? She looked kind of funny, huh? Alright, let's see what happens to Junie B today. Chapter 8. Hats. I didn't know what to do. How could I even go to school? 'Cause everyone would see my sprigs and they would laugh and laugh. That is how come I couldn't stop crying. Only all of a sudden a miracle happened, and it's called I spotted my hat with the devil horns. I was sitting on my desk right where Mother left it, and that hat gave me a good idea. I quick picked it up and put it on my head, and guess what? It hided my sprigs. Hey! If I wear this to school, no one will even see my hair, I said, real relieved. Only just then, I did a teeny frown. Yeah, only what if I'm playing on the playground and somebody steals my devil horn hat off my head? And everyone will see my sprigs and they will laugh and laugh. I thought real hard. I said, maybe I can wear 2 hats. That way, if somebody pulls off one hat, I will still have another hat left. Good idea, huh, guys? I spotted my shower cap. It was lying on my chair. I put it on my hat. Under my hat, I'm sorry. Yeah, only what if I'm playing on the playground and somebody pulls off my devil horn hat and then they pull off my shower cap too? Then everyone will see my sprigs and they will laugh and laugh. I tapped on my chin. 3 hats, I said. I will wear 3 hats to school, 'cause it will give me a whole extra hat of protection. I opened my bottom drawer and I found my ski mask, 'cause ski masks hide your whole entire everything. I put the ski mask on my head, then I put on my shower cap, and then my hat with the devil horns. I looked at myself in the mirror. Now nobody can see anything, not even my nose. Now remember, a ski hat is the ones that cover your whole face up and you can only see your eyes. So that's why you can only see that. After that, I got dressed and I skipped real happy to the kitchen. Grandpa Miller's eyes popped out at me. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You can't go to school looking like that, he said. That's how come I had to tell him a teensy-beensy fib. Yeah, only today is Crazy Hat Day, and my teacher said we can wear however many hats we want, I said. Grandpa Miller scratched his head. Then he watched me eat my sandwich through my mouth hole, and he drove me to school. Here's a picture of Junie B with her hats. Let's see. She looks silly, huh? I skipped into room 9 very joyful. I sat down on my table next to Lucille. Hello, I said. It's me. It's Junie B. Jones. See me, Lucille? See me? I am wearing an attractive hat assortment. Just then, a meanie boy named Jim pointed and shouted, Hey, everybody! Look at Looney B. Jones! What a goony bird! He shouted. Then all of a sudden, he speeded across the room and he grabbed my devil horn hat right off my head. And all of room 9 laughed and laughed, 'cause they saw my shower cap, of course. Only, lucky for me, because just then my teacher hurried up into the room and she took control of people. Her name is, that's right, Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs. And that's all. Mrs. grabbed my hat from that meanie Jim and she gave it back to me. And then she yelled at all the children and she took me into the hall. Mrs. bended down next to me. "Okay, kiddo, what's the story here?" she asked. I rocked back and forth on my feet, 'cause I didn't want to tell her the story here, that's why. "Yeah, only I don't actually know what you are referring to," I said kind of soft. "The hats, Junie B. What's the story with the hats?" Finally, I did a big breath and I told her the story. The Story with the Hats by Junie B. Jones. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Pinky Gladys Gutzman, and she was practicing to be a beauty shop guy. Only, too bad for her, 'cause her stupid dumb bangs kept on getting tiltier and tiltier, and that's how come she had to cut them off. And now, she wishes she was never even Pinky. And that is all the details I would like to share with you at this time. I did a big breath. The end. Mrs. put her hands on my shoulders. "Junie B, honey, are you telling me you cut your bangs off? Is that what this is all about?" I did not answer her. Then all of a sudden, Mrs. took off my ski cap, and I didn't even know she was going to do that. "No!" I hollered, "don't!" Only it was too late. Mrs. saw my hair. She hugged me real tight. "Oh, Junie B," she said, "what happened?" I started to cry all over again. There we go. "Oh, Junie B." "Sprigs," I said. Sprigs happened. After that, Mrs. gave me some tissues, and me and her sat down on the floor, and we figured out what to do. Last chapter, chapter 9. Learning a lesson. Finally, Mrs. put my devil horn hat back on my head. "Here," she said, "that will be the only hat you need to wear today, I promise." After that, we went back into room 9, and Mrs. told a teensy-beensy fib. "Boys and girls, may I have your attention, please? Junie B is starting to get the sniffles, so I am going to let her wear her hat in class." She looked at that meanie Jim. "All day, Jim. She's going to wear it all day, and no one is to touch it," she said. "Not anyone." I jumped out of my seat. "Yeah, Jim, you can't even touch it with your baby pinky finger. Right, Mrs.? Right, right?" "Right," said Mrs. "Not even at recess. Right, Mrs.? Right?" Mrs. sucked in her cheeks. "Yes, Junie B, right. And not when I'm getting a drink at the water fountain, and not when I'm bending down to tie my shoe, and not when I'm walking to the pencil sharpener, and not while I'm playing, sitting in my chair, and not when I'm working on my workbook, and not when I'm practicing my alphabet, and not when—" "Okay, okay. We get the picture," said Mrs. I smoothed my dress. "Alrighty then," I said real nice. After that, I sat in my chair, and I worked in my workbook, and I played at recess, and I went to the water fountain, and no one touched my hat. After school, Daddy came to room 9 to get me. I was surprised to see that guy. "Daddy, Daddy! I didn't even know you were coming to get me today, and so this day turned out better than I thought." Daddy stared at my hat. All of a sudden, my stomach did not feel good about this situation. He reached out and took it off my head, then he quick closed his eyes. "Lovely," he said. After that, he picked me up and he carried me to the car. I tapped on him. "Did you really mean it as lovely, or was that a little joke?" I asked, kind of nervous. Daddy didn't answer my question. Instead, he buckled me in my seatbelt and we started to drive. We drove and drove for a real long time. Finally, we pulled into the parking lot. I looked out the window. "Daddy, hey Daddy, It's the beauty shop. The beauty shop with Maxine, I said. Daddy took me right inside. And guess what? Maxine was waiting for me. She did a smile. Looks like someone gave herself a little trim, she said. I felt shy of her. I didn't turn out even Steven, I said kind of soft. Maxine ruffled my hair. Then she put me in her giant spinny chair and she sprayed my hair with water. And after that she snipped and snipped and snipped. Finally she put gel in my hair and she blowed me dry. I looked at myself in the mirror. Hey! What do you know? No more sprigs, I said real delighted. How did you do that, Maxine? How did you do that? Maxine winked at Daddy. Years of practice, she said. Daddy leaned close to my face. Years and years and years, he said. And after that, he lifted me down from the chair. There's Junie B's new haircut. Doesn't she look cute? Maxine did a good job, huh? And he gave Maxine lots more dollars. And me and him drove home. And after we got to my house, Daddy came into my room with me. He took my extra scissors off my desk and he put them in his pocket. Sorry, Daddy. Sorry I cut my own hair, I said. He did a sigh. I know you're sorry, Junie B, he said. I just hope you learned a lesson from all of this. I did, Daddy. I did learn a lesson. I mean it. I mean it. I mean it. Daddy kissed my head. 'Cause that guy still loves me. That's why. And after he left my room, I looked at my hair some more. It was the cutest hair I had ever saw. And my whole face lighted up. Hey, I'm the one who got this haircut started. And so maybe I can be a beauty shop guy after all, I said real thrilled. I tapped on my chin. Yeah, only what happens when I grow up and I have to practice some more? What will I use to cut with? I looked at my desk very curious. Then I tippy-toed over there real quiet. And I opened my bottom desk drawer. I searched my hands all around that thing. Then all of a sudden I smiled kind of sneaky. 'Cause guess what? More extra scissors. What do you guys think? What do you think Junie B is going to do? Okay, so when we Zoom on our Friday Zoom meeting, you guys can give me an idea of what maybe you think, okay? Help me remember to ask, and we'll see if you guys can think of what do you think Junie B is going to do next. And remember, nobody cut their own hair, right? You need your own special scissors for that. Okay? See you next time, guys. Bye!